Hey guys, it's me, Sadie Wynn, your friendly neighborhood Spoonie Warrior, coming at you to talk to you about something that I think is pretty important. And that's the bill H.R. 620, also known as the ADA Education Reform Act. So last week, the House voted to move forward. They voted in favor of this bill. So what happens now is it's going to go to the Senate for the vote. We must get it to stop. They must vote no on this bill. Why? Because it takes the bite out of the ADA. Essentially, it takes out whatever enforces the ADA. Most of us know that if a rule isn't really enforced, then it's really as if the rule's not there at all. So even though the ADA would still technically stand and be there, nothing would be enforcing it. Okay? Does the ADA matter? Well, the ADA is what allows disabled people to exist in public spaces. It's what allows us to go to work if we're able, to go to school, to go to grocery stores, to go to movie theaters, to go to hospitals and doctor's appointments and pharmacies and wherever it is that we need to go. The ADA is what ensures that we have access. We have access to these places. Okay? So without the ADA, we can't get into these places. And here's the thing that not many people, or not many able-bodied people, know, is the ADA already doesn't go far enough, okay? Even with the ADA and all the ADA protections, we still find places that claim to be accessible and maybe 10% of it is accessible and 90% of it's inaccessible. We still have places where you have ramps that lead up to a step, or ramps so steep that if you let go of your wheels, you're going to go careening back and run into something. Of places with a ramp to get inside, but then stairs to get anywhere within the place. So the ADA already doesn't go far enough. So if we take it away, we take away the enforcement of it, disabled people aren't going to be able to go to any of these places. And that's not okay. It's discriminatory, and it's a violation of our civil rights to say that because we're disabled, we don't get to have the same access to all these places that every able-bodied person has. We deserve this access. It is a human right. So here's my call to action. This is what I want everyone to listen to and to take part in, to see if we can hopefully get through to our senators and our representatives and get this bill stopped. Disabled people, share your stories. Share your success stories with the ADA. Share ways that you're able to go do things and exist out in society that you wouldn't be able to do if it wasn't for accessibility. Things about with wheelchair ramps or disabled parking, or anything that has made it easier for you to exist out in the world, all thanks to the ADA. But I also want you to share where the ADA has not gone far enough. Share where the ADA has let you down. Share where businesses that take on loose interpretations of what accessibility means have made it to where it's not actually accessible to you. Take pictures. Take pictures of the ramps that lead to stairs, or the disability parking when it's at the back of the building and you have to go all the way around to the front with your rollator or your cane or your wheelchair or whatever to get to the entrance. Take pictures, take videos, share them, share your stories. Maybe then people will start to get an idea of the scope of how big of a problem accessibility is and how much it affects each and every single disabled person every single day. And let me add that no, you shouldn't have to share your story. We shouldn't have to cut ourselves open and bleed onto the pages of social media just so that people listen to us, hear us out, and understand that we have human rights. You shouldn't have to do any of that. And no one should feel forced to share anything that they're unwilling to share. But if you are willing, and if you can share these stories, share them. Share them with everyone you can, with whether they're able-bodied or disabled or whatever. Share all of these stories so that hopefully people can start to get an idea of what it's really like for us out there in terms of accessibility. For able-bodied people who are listening. Listen to our stories. Look at the pictures, watch the videos, listen to what we're telling you. And instead of trying to block it out or decide that we're being too dramatic or we're exaggerating and the problem really isn't that big, maybe take that perspective and put it aside and try listening to us. And for a second, assume that what we're saying is true, because it is. And the next time that you're out in a public space, I want you to take a look around and think, could a wheelchair get in here? Okay, I see a ramp at the entrance, but all these tables are really close together. A wheelchair couldn't get through here. I see that's a problem. Take a look around. Try on a different point of view and see if the places that you're going, if they're truly accessible to everyone, not just you. And to business owners, stop viewing accessibility as an extra for if you have the money, as some kind of add-on for people who make big enough profits. Start viewing it like business insurance or rent, something you have to do to be in business. If you can't afford to make your business accessible to everyone, you can't afford to be in business. If you want to rent a building or an office space that is great to you, but it's not accessible and you can't afford to update it, maybe you need to go with the cheaper version that is accessible, or save up some money and wait to go in business because you can't afford to start. If you can't be accessible, you can't go to business. And if you can't understand why that matters, you really don't need to be in business anyway. Humanity over businesses, human rights over business rights, every single time. Always. End of story. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Share your stories on my page or share them. Get in contact with me on social media. My Facebook page, Spoonie Warrior. On Twitter, SP Warrior Tweets. On Instagram as Spoonie Warrior Pics. Or check out my site, SpoonieWarrior.com. Share the video if you liked it. Share your stories. Share the call to action. I'm using the hashtag #WhyINeedTheADA, but there's lots of other great hashtags out there that you can use. Do whatever we can to get the word out. And hopefully, working together with disabled people and able people alike, because we need all of us, maybe then we can stop this bill and save the ADA. All right? No matter what, guys, don't give up hope. Keep fighting. Talk to you soon.